Alright, so we on a laptop today. This is new. This is different. But I ain't gonna lie, I kinda like this. I don't know how you guys gonna hear my voice and if y'all gonna hear it good enough, but I hope y'all do. The good looking camera ain't always the best. A camera like this is cool too. Look at them waves though. Your boy swimming, bro. Your boy is fucking swimming. One thing about waves, bro, it's like only the real disciplined niggas got waves, bro. Cause this shit take work. And when you go take the shower, you gotta soap it up, brush it, put the do-rag on, wash it out. It's just a whole bunch of extra steps, and it's some discipline that it takes to have waves. And I know all my wavers know this. Like everybody who got waves, they're just automatically a cleaner nigga. Like you can't have waves and be a dirty nigga. You can't. Having waves and being a dirty nigga do not go together. And I know all my people with waves, they could vouch for me, bro. No cap. Cause it takes to make sure your shit good. I'm talking about good waves. But you gotta stay on top of it. You feel me? You gotta be on your brushes. You gotta be on your do-rag. It's discipline, bro. That's why I really fuck with the waves. I had to fro for a minute, but I fuck with the waves though, cause it show that real discipline to keep me sharp and it keep me always, you feel me? Always making sure I'm good. And we should always be making sure we good on a daily, you feel me? That's how you get better in this life. Just making sure you on top of your shit, no matter what it is. But yeah, I'm just yapping a little bit. Welcome to my video. Thanks for everybody watching right now. Let's get some of this motherfucking knowledge, alright? Cause knowledge runs the motherfucking world. We all know that. Alright, let's see what we got. Negative versus positive momentum. When I wrote that down, I was thinking about like when you do good things, it's like there's like a big trickling effect that happens. It's a big thing that happens when you start doing what you're supposed to do. When you start, getting your little wins in life, right? When something good happens to you in life, and you notice it and you get real happy, it's crazy. Something else good happens, alright? And then when that good thing happens on top of the other good thing, it's like, fuck. And then it happens again, it's like, bro, I'm like the luckiest nigga ever. And then in your head, all you see is good shit now. Like, you surrounded by good shit. Now, you can flip that too, though. You could have one negative thought, and that negative thought caused something negative in your life. And now, you looking at all the negative things in your life, and it happens again and again, you're like, fuck. And you just think about all the negative things in your life. And if you get too deep into the negative, it's going to be hard to get out of the negative. But it's the same thing for the positive, right? If you get deep into that positive feeling, everything around you is going right, it's going to be hard to get out of that and go back negative. And I'm like the testimony to this because I've been doing this my whole life. Or the past 3 years. I started really with getting all A's in high school. I was never a smart child in school. I got expelled my freshman year. COVID happened. I was behind on credits. I didn't do no work during COVID. And I went back to high school my senior year and I said, you know what? I'm going to get all A's. And I'm going to record YouTube videos and post them. And each video that I recorded, I edited, because it takes time to edit those videos. I edited and I posted. I had started building that positive momentum up. So I'm posting videos, I'm editing, and I'm doing my schoolwork. I'm getting good grades. I'm getting A's. All A's like I wanted. First semester. And I'm doing these videos, and I'm posting them. I'm consistently posting. Man, this built my momentum so much. Y'all don't understand. Like, I felt like I could do anything. I felt like anything I put my mind to, I could do. Especially after I got all those A's. That showed me that. Because I was never the student to get all A's. And I didn't get all A's because I was smart. Being smart didn't have too much to do with it at all. What it was I made a decision. And I stuck by that decision. And all the little positive things that I was doing, like editing my videos, posting them, people liking my videos, some people subscribing to my videos, it just built this momentum up where it was like, getting A's is going to be easy also. And I was just in a big positive momentum where it was going to be hard to be negative. Very hard to be negative. Because I was doing everything I was supposed to. I was doing everything I knew to do at that time. And that's the thing. It's a whole bunch we could all do. But there's some things that you could do right now at this time, and that's what you need to focus on. You don't need to focus on how I'm gonna save up $200,000, how I'm gonna save up $50,000 so I can start my first business. None of that stuff matters, buddy. What matters is what you could do now. And that's what I put myself. That's the position I put myself in. I was focused on what I could do now, and focus on what you could do now. It helps build your confidence and your positive energy to do the other things, the bigger things that you want to do later on. But you got to start where you could start so you could get to where you want to go. And like I said, it's a beautiful thing about life. I could look at anyone right now, and I'm looking at you right now. There's something that you could do right now that'll change your life times 10. But you just ain't do it yet. And let me tell you, when you start doing it, you start building that positive energy up. And another thing is, if you don't do it and you know you're supposed to do it, you're slipping into that negative energy. And that negative energy ain't gonna bring you nowhere but negativity. Okay, buddy? I said buddy. Okay? Divine human beings, I love y'all. I love everybody that watches my videos because it takes a certain type of person, a certain type of mindset to hear and try to understand what I'm saying. And I've been there myself, so I understand. But back to what I was saying. As a kid, in high school, that's when I really figured out anything I put my mind to, I could do it. And it built my energy up in a very fast way. But look, after that moment in my life, I went down a very negative place. And it all started with negative thoughts that I kind of believed, you know. And some things are true. But two things can be true at once, all right? Two people could see a cup halfway filled with water. One person will say it's half empty. One person will say it's half full. Now, I love this metaphor is because it's so true. Two things can be true at once. The cup is half full and the cup is half empty. When you go through bad things in life, there's two ways to look at it. You could look at it like the cup is half full, or you could look at it like the cup is half empty. All right? Half full, it still has half empty, but you're not focusing on what's empty. You're focusing on what's there and what you could work with and how you can make what you have more meaningful. Now, when you look at it cup empty, now you're not looking at what's there, you're looking at what's not there. And now you're focusing on what's not there, and there's nothing to work with. If you're focusing on what's not there, you don't leave yourself with nothing to work with. So let me give you an example. Let me think of something that I recently went through that I could have looked at in a bad way. There's many things, okay? I can't come up with a good example at this moment, but there's things in your life that are hard, that are bad, and that you don't enjoy. And you could look at it like, okay, let's take it here. There's failures. People fail a lot, okay? Some people fail and they say, "Damn, I suck. I'm not worthy for this," and they think about all the things that they don't have. All right? Now, there's another person that fails and says, I learned something. I just gained information. See, big difference. First person he lost. The second person, he gained. But they both went through the same thing. Alright? They both went through the same thing. One person gained something and one person lost something in the same process. And you know what? The difference was the way that they thought of it and in the way that they perceived that thing. And I'm explaining this to you is because this is the difference between being negative and being positive. Okay? And when you're negative most of your life is going to be negative. And when you're positive most of your life is going to be positive. And this thing sounds so common, but you know what? Common sense ain't so common nowadays. So you need somebody like me out here to remind you guys that there's two ways to look at everything, all right? If you look at it negative, you're going to get more negative things in your life. If you look at it positive, you're going to get more positive things in your life. The person who looked at the cup half full is going to end up getting more water. The person who looked at it half empty, the water is going to run from them, okay? So, I'll be back. But my point is, y'all, stay positive. I'm fucking moving. Yeah, my point is stay positive. Don't go to that negative momentum, get into that positive energy. And the beautiful thing about being in a positive energy is just like everything starts going right. You could change your whole life in a blink of an eye. Not literally. But you can change your whole life in a blink of an eye. You just have to make the decision that you're going to be positive from now on. Because what? Positive thinking is going to bring you positive things in your life. Okay? And a big reason for this, which I feel like, is the world, God, whatever you believe in, is not going to give you positive things if you're a negative person. It doesn't make sense, okay? To show God, the world, whatever you believe in, that you're worthy for the positive things, you're worthy for the blessings of life, the fruits of your labor. You have to put in that labor. You have to be such a person who deserves such thing. And to be a person who deserves such thing, you can't have doubt. You can't have fear. And you have to be a person you have to be someone who's willing to learn, willing to grow, and willing to be better. Because why would you get the benefits that only people who put the work in for get? And why would you be blessed with such beautiful good things when you haven't did any of the work yourself? You have to prove to this world, to God, whatever you believe in, that you're worthy for the positive things in life. Because you give a negative person positive things, it causes destruction. It causes destruction. We need discipline. We need purpose. We need order in order to handle the positive things that come out of life. Because some people get the positive things and they use it for negative. And the powerful being that looks over all of us would not appreciate that, because we see where that went. You feel me? So yeah. You're not going to get the blessings. You're not going to get the fruits of your labor if you don't put in the labor. And the labor is the way you think, okay? It's so common and so simple. But people overcomplicate it, all right? What you think about most of the time is who you become, all right? So stay confident. Stay positive. Stay believing in yourself. And stay working. And stay doing what you can do now. Not what you could do fucking in the future, years from now, months from now, what can you do now to be a better person in the future? And that one thing that you do now is going to add on to the next thing that you do. And you're going to get into your positive energy. And it's going to be a cakewalk. Positive things are going to come to you. Those big things that you had dreams about will start making their way towards you. Because you showed God, the world, whatever you believe in, that you're worthy for that. Because one thing I hate, and a lot of other people hate, is a spoiled brat. Alright? Someone who has everything they want in life. Everything another person would want in life. No reason to complain and still be negative. The world doesn't bless people like that. And if they do, it's not for long. So you got to think about that. What are you doing now? And thank you for watching this video. And like I said, what are you doing now? There's something everyone out there that can do right now so they could be a better person in the future. And I hope that you're doing that, because if you're not, you're moving backwards. In this life, there's only forwards and backwards. You're never standing in one spot. The reason for that is because one day you're going to get old and you're going to die. So each day is a check off your calendar for how many days you got left to live. And if you spend one day not doing anything, not moving nowhere, you just marked one spot off of that list. So you're moving backwards when you're not doing anything, when you're not improving. You must improve in this life. You're either moving forwards or backwards. The way to move forward is the positive. Think positive. Do the positive things that you can do now to move that positive energy and build it up. It's like a snowball. You guys ever rolled a snowball and got it big, like about this size, and roll it in the snow, and the snow starts sticking to it, and it just keeps getting bigger just off of you rolling it? Then it gets to a point where you could get that ball gigantic by just rolling it around. But you have to compact that ice first, start with a small one, and you build it up. But once it gets big, oh man, the bigger it gets, the more snow it can pick up every time you roll it. That's how your positive energy and negative energy works. It starts off small, one thought. But these thoughts roll into something bigger, and the bigger you build that energy, your negative or positive, the easier it is to get more of that. Okay? So if I packed up my snowball and I rolled it up and I got it to this size, and now I can start picking up a lot of snow, negative, I'm going to pick up a lot of negative stuff. And it's going to be a lot of negative stuff. Now, if I get that same ball around this size and I roll it, but it's positive, I'm picking up more as I go. It's getting bigger and bigger, but at the same time, I could pick up more snow when I roll it, so it's going to continue to get bigger and bigger. So, you gotta think about that. And when it snows, there's a lot of land. There's enough snow to keep rolling that snowball forever. Forever. Alright? And then there's those negative times. Even through the positive, you're always gonna have times where you think negative, because we're human. You can't stop some stuff. When the sun comes out and the snowball is huge. I've been building this positive ball for this long. When that rainy day comes, when that really hard time comes, I built a big snowball of positive energy, so the sun is not gonna melt it. The sun is like the rainy day in this metaphor. It's gonna take a long time for the sun. The sun got to be out for a very long time to melt that big ball of energy that I built up, negative or positive. And if it's negative, it's gonna be a very sunny day. It's counterintuitive. If it's, I said counterintuitive, I didn't mean to say that, but and if that ball is negative and the sun comes out, it's still gonna take a long time for that snowball to melt. That being said, I'm thinking negative all the time, then some positive comes around. The positive is not affecting my snowball that much because I built such a negative snowball. I can't get the sun to melt this negative snowball because I built such a big, strong negative snowball. You guys get what I'm saying? And if it's a positive snowball, the sun is not going to melt the positive snowball. You want the positive snowball to stay up, so you build it up. You want the positive snowball to stay alive during the summer, so you build that ball up as big as you can. So when that sun comes out, that rainy day, when that sun comes out, that bad day with the positive ball, those bad times, they can't melt that snowball. And if that snowball's negative, those good times representing the sun, they can't melt that snowball. Okay? Either snowball you build, you want it to be big, because if you got a big negative snowball that's big and positive comes in your life, it's going to be hard to take you out of that negative, even though you got positive in your life. And if you have positive in your life, and you built that positive snowball, you built that positive energy up, and negative comes around, it's going to be hard for that negative to bring you back, to take your positive away, because you built it up so strong. Okay? So this video is very important, and that metaphor at the end literally came off the head. I didn't even write that down, but that is fucking golden. Oh my gosh. If you guys understood that metaphor, that is fucking golden, and I am going to use that again. Yes, sir. I hope you guys appreciate the video. This video is about negative versus positive energy and how to control it. And if you want me to do a little recap, the way you control it is your thoughts, all right? You want to think positive as much as you can. Not only that, you want to do the things that you know you could do now, not tomorrow, not years later, but what can you do now to be a better person? Those are the things that you do to build that positive energy. To build the negative energy, that's something we've all done before, and that's self-explanatory. That's what we're trying to stay away from. So there's no reason for me to break that down and get into that. Stop doubting yourself. Stop fearing yourself, and stop being negative. Common fucking sense. But you know, common sense ain't so common, so I have to explain to you guys. So I hope you guys like this video. Like, subscribe, share to a friend, and please comment down below questions, things you guys want me to talk about, topics you think I would be good at talking about. Those will be very appreciated, because you know, I just started this channel and I'm trying to grow. I'm gonna keep being consistent with it, and I'm gonna keep growing, because I have very, very good topics to talk about. I've been thinking like this for many years in my life, and even in the beginning I thought I knew everything. Not everything, but I thought I knew a lot, and I realized I didn't even know that much. And now I always have an open mind, knowing that there's so much more out there to learn. And that was the difference between the person who I was then and the person who I am now. I thought that there was not that much left to learn, but now I know the knowledge is infinite. I will never get all the knowledge in this world, so I'm far behind, and I always will. But I'm gonna keep getting better than what I was yesterday. I'm gonna keep getting this information, and I'm gonna use this information that I get to be the best person that I can in the future. And I also believe I built that positive energy so much. The world, God, whatever I believe in, whatever you believe in, brought me positive things that I could work with. It brought me the knowledge that I needed at the time to do better. because that's all I think about. That's all I strive to do. Is better for myself every day. Because if I'm better for myself, I'm better for my children. I'm better for the people that I have a relationship with, friends, family, lover. And overall, my life is positive. And the world brings me positive because it understands that this is a positive person that needs these things around him. I attract these things, not repel these things, alright? But yeah, I think that's enough for today. I don't know how long this is. 25 minutes is long. Wow. So yeah, I got some editing to do. But this is going to be an amazing video. I really hope you guys enjoy. But, I'm out. Y'all have a good night. All that. Peace out, man.